Okay, I believe we are actually live, which is all into itself something special. Let's make sure that we're live. Okay, there we go. All right, hi everybody. Welcome to the first live War and Pieces here on Board Game Geek. You can also find us on Twitter and about 5 million other places, and of course Rob's Tabletop World. What we're trying to do here at Board Game Geek is we wanted to start a wargaming show, and we're going to have special guests and so forth and so on. But we want this to appeal not only to the hardcore war gamer, but the beginner gamer, where we can get them to kind of just basically just see how easy it is and how friendly and accessible it is, especially with our fantastic webpage here at Board Game Geek, where you actually can go through these fantastic forums. If there's a particular game you can look up, well, guess what? You can do that also at Board Game Geek webpage. But our main thing here is going forward is that we're going to be introducing you to the games, introducing you to designers, and introducing you to special guests, because today, to start off the very first War and Pieces Live, we have a very special guest, probably one of the best out there today. I can only tell you that this guy is such a tremendous person, and you need to go to his website. From No Enemies Here, I'm going to be introducing you to none other than Dan. Dan! Dose!
Hey, thanks, man.
Man, I'll tell you, I don't think I could spice that up any better.
No, the check's in the mail, Rob.
Oh, wait a minute. The silence behind the violence. The man of the hour, the tower of power.
Thanks for having me on. This is great. This is awesome. The first show.
The very first one, I'm having you on.
That's awesome. I'm honored.
And it kind of fits in the theme here that you and I are going to be talking about. Is we're going to be talking about entry-level stuff. And one of the best things about what you do is that you show everybody all the things that they can possibly check out. Okay, so your show, No Enemies Here, that you do every Saturday, along with other content that you do, and please go subscribe to Dan's website. I don't know why you're not plugging it on the bottom there. You got your name there. We got to have like a thing. No Enemies Here.
I'm on a War and Pieces thing. That's why I have my green screen War and Pieces. Man, come on.
Hey, I'm trying to pump you up, bro. But the beauty of it is that you go and watch, and he gives you a rundown of what everybody's covering, all the main players that are out there and what they are covering for that week. And it must take you forever to do it.
Well, I mean, I got to do it Monday. Some segments come out. Let's say your segment comes out on Wednesday, War and Pieces. So I know that Wednesdays.
You missed a couple of mine, by the way. I don't
so
want to
Wednesdays,
say
your segment comes down. I get back on the horse, and I do the news anchor thing, like the guy on Mary Tyler Moore there, Ted Baxter.
Oh yeah, he was Ted Knight.
Ted Knight, yeah, he was Ted Baxter.
Oh, he was Ted Baxter, but he was Ted Knight.
Yeah,
and he played in Caddyshack, and then he played in that one with the puppet. Kind of like my little puppet here.
Okay, I didn't see that. But I mean, that's what I do. Sunday and Monday for me. Saturday and Monday. I can't speak anymore. Saturday and Sunday are my rest days. So I play video games. Like right now, I'm playing Fallout 4. Right?
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Renaissance man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And so Monday comes up, bam, the player's aid. You got stuff happening. Another guy's got stuff happening. So boom, filming and editing. Do you do a lot of editing?
Let's see. I put out about 8 videos a week. Yeah, I do a little editing.
Yeah. So that takes your bulk of the time.
I got it where I can just mow through it, between the painting videos and everything else. But, my favorite thing is war games, and I've loved war games. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you got this yet, but Mark Walker,
Not yet. I think he sent it to me today.
Oh, okay. La Resistance.
Would you like me to help you?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's La Résistance.
Thank you. You're young, and when you go to his show, you will be amazed at all the people's names he's able to pronounce that I wouldn't even try to.
Stop it. Stop it.
No, it's amazing. But this is out on Kickstarter right now. Check it out. It's a very light war game. I wouldn't call it so much a war game, but it is set in World War II, and you are actually going to be the Resistance, and you're trying to be better than the other ones as you're trying to take out certain things and do things. It's a really interesting game. We'll be covering it here on War and Pieces for sure.
Didn't you play that with Mark?
No, I didn't play that with Mark.
Okay, I played that with Mark.
Oh, yeah? What did you say?
At WBC, but I thought you had played it. It must have been somebody else.
No, I think it was the Player's Aid.
Yeah, those guys.
Those guys. Them guys. But let's say hi to a couple of people. Hi, hey, Matt, how you doing? Tim, welcome. Don't be afraid to ask Dan any questions today. This is an open forum. We really want to, those of you that are really into war games, to really just sit back. You know, if you have questions or something for Dan or for myself, that's what we're here to do. But one of the questions I want to ask you, Dan, what got you into this?
I was always a fan of World War II. I was, I'm here because of World War II. My parents emigrated from Italy because of the war. And I was always interested. My grandfather was a soldier. He was a bersaglieri, the guys with the feathers,
Yeah, okay.
And that's it. And I walked into a game store once and I think I saw like Squad Leader and Panzer Leader. And I like tanks. So I just picked up the game. I think I bought it for like $12, brand new back then. And then that was it. And I just got into it and didn't have many people to play with. Hold on a second. This guy, Nathaniel Robinson, Milt Jackson, and Bobby Hutcherson.
He asked you, Milt Jackson or Bobby Hutcherson?
You're Nathaniel, you're asking me? You know what? I would go with Bobby Hutcherson. Milt Jackson, I think he was with Maboom, not with yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyways.
There you go. And we got Danny Uzo who has a question here. Hello, good evening. Just for your information, I will be posting my first ever playthrough video of Combat by Compass Games tonight on my channel. Well, Dan?
I'm taking it down.
Taking it down. You got to take it down.
And you know what, Dan Uzo, and other people, if ever you got a new channel or you got contact, reach out to me, because I try to do as much as I can, but I mean, what can a poor man do in a day,
Mm-hmm.
Capiche?
Capiche. The funny thing about that is, first of all, I really like his design, DU, and then the tank. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
What kind of tank is that? It looks like a T-34 at the bottom, but
yeah.
Dan, what kind of tank is that?
I think it's just a generic tank. Huh. I wonder. We are sitting in the golden age of war games. Now, I don't know about you. I'm a lot older than you. Okay.
You're talking to who?
I'm talking to you.
You're not a lot older than me.
I'm a lot older than you.
You're not a lot older than me, and I think I could take you.
You think?
Yeah, keep laughing.
Good luck with that. You know how many times I've heard that?
Yeah, that's okay.
But the funny thing is though, we had the advantage of living through what was, I think, almost like the first age, which was the 70s, where there was just so much, and the conventions were bigger. Hey, Origins was all war games and everything, and then it kind of transitioned to what it is now.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, the games were lesser quality, a lot deeper and a lot harder. But now you have that great mix. You know, you take a look at the companies out there. Dan just talked about Compass Games Combat. Have you checked that out?
You know what my price for Combat is over here in Canadian dollars? It's $135.
Well, I think I paid 100. I think I paid 100. I paid 110.
Look, you know what? I'm getting a better deal than you then in terms of exchange. I've looked at the game. It's very interesting. It reminds me of the show Combat there.
Yeah. Remember with the guy that died in the Twilight Zone.
That's right.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Geez, I got those on DVD too.
Yeah.
I collect that.
Yeah.
That's all I did as a kid. Watch the 3 channels that I had. But it seemed like there was more on those 3 channels than there were on the 900 channels I have now.
It's funny that you say that.
But, you know, when we talk about that, and one of these things this segment wants to do is we're going to be covering the whole spectrum of it. I really want to kind of build, from tactics, tactics 2, and kind of work our way through all kinds of different things. We got Charles here. Let me see. Boom. Charles, I had posted some playthrough vids a long time ago, 9 months, no views. I deleted the video. I now just post playthrough pics on Facebook. Okay. It's a funny thing, and I think Dan can attest to this. And by the way, head over there and subscribe to Dan's page, no matter when you see this. No Enemies Here is a great site. And, we're going to be having all kinds of people on here to expose you to all the different people that are out there that do such wonderful work. Because, like I said, this is the golden age. But, Charles, I can tell you this much, and I like I said, Dan could probably attest to it, is, when we posted our first couple of playthroughs and stuff like that, and we probably sat by that computer waiting for somebody to actually watch it. Well, nobody comes. It takes a while, and it takes work, and it takes continually at it, and you have to be driven. Yeah, you can't get discouraged. You know something? I would love to see you do some more playthroughs. It only helps. The more playthroughs there are, the more. Listen, I do playthroughs and I make mistakes, but I always feel that those are good mistakes because people pick up on it and go, "Hey, you did this wrong." You know who that helps? That helps everybody else out there, and I think that's a fantastic thing.
And Charles, what kind of playthroughs did you do? Were they war game playthroughs or were they Euro game playthroughs?
Yeah.
And Dan Uzo says he's got the combat on the NWS Wargaming site for $83.
Awesome! I feel so much better now. I could have saved a couple shekels, but no. But we have so many great companies out there now.
Yeah.
I mean, what is your go-to company right now?
You know what? There's a couple of companies. I don't have a favorite.
Go ahead. Name a couple. Name whatever.
I mean, obviously GMT.
Oh God,
I'm always at GMT, so that's without saying. And there's Dan Verson, man. That guy, he appeals to me. A lot of solitaire games, and it's great. Since I don't have many people to play with, bang, that's it. And I mean, Worthington Games, man. They're pulling out games like something fierce. And they're great games, and they're great titles, and I think they're fantastic for people who want to get into war games. And I think those are the war games and not the heavy war games. I mean, other companies are doing lighter war games too. But I think Worthington Publishing makes the games appealing, great components, a 2-hour game, and you can introduce your kid brother to play the game.
What was the one that I did solo, and I had so much fun with it?
Just lately?
No, it was a little while. Quebec, 1859. 1759. Yes, that was a lot of fun.
That's like 2 hours away from my house. All that stuff happened, man.
Yeah, you were probably there.
Well,
Right, you said you were as old as I was.
Yeah.
I was on the other side of the river.
Well, you were on the other side, eh?
Well, I was on the other side. I should have waved. I agree with you there. GMT is just huge. Mark Walker, I love everything that he does.
Yes.
But Dan Burson, I did live. I think it was last week, a few days ago, whatever. I lose track of time because that's all I do is sit out here and tape. But I did the Castle Itter.
Yeah, I watched your show doing that.
Oh, that was something else.
I'm gonna get that because I saw you playing it.
Yeah. It feels like Pavlov, but it's so different, and it just plays really, really well. I really highly suggest it. Charles, AIW first scenario SPI. Wow.
AIW. Charles, you're gonna have to elaborate. It's not happening.
I think it's an SPI. It was an SPI game, but
yeah, I'm an Avalon Hill collector. An SPI,
SPI is very sought after for a number of reasons, but I think everybody was an Avalon Hill collector. You know what I didn't like about the SPI is that they had the plastic tray games. Remember that everything fit into that plastic tray, and if you just moved the wrong way,
they'd all go mixed up. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to think. AIW.
Arab-Israeli Wars.
Ah, there you go.
Thank you.
Oh, he wrote it. I thought you figured it out.
No, he wrote it. Are you kidding? Oh. And by the way, I figured out the actor, Rob Morrow.
There you go. He got killed. Hey, Scott Alden, none other than the owner of Board Game.
Hey, Scott.
Scott, how are you? Hope everything's going a lot better. We talked a little earlier. Having a tough day. Let's see. How do you feel about the breadth of subjects and mechanics that are being used in current war games? Well, you're always going to have. I think here's. Do you want to answer this first, or do you want me to go first? You are my guest.
I don't want to ruin it for you, but I think what do you want to do?
I'm going to let you shoot first.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic because they bring a guy, Castle Itter, DVG David Thompson. Mm-hmm. He brought in some Euro type mechanics in that game, and it's appealing to people who think war games is a bad word. You know what I'm saying? There's a stigma about war games and what war gamers look like. I mean, look at me, I'm cute. Look at Rob. I mean,
you're probably the most handsome man I ever saw.
See what I mean? And I play war games. So what I'm trying to say is that I like the new subjects, especially David Thompson with Castle Itter, Pavlov's House,
Undaunted Normandy,
and the new one he just put that's probably still on the Kickstarter right now by Stealth and Sea. It's about Italian frogmen on a torpedo. I mean, who knew? I mean, I'm Italian. I didn't even know.
And you're always going to have people that are going to think they can do Normandy, a little bit better than the other guy, which is fine because we win in the end. You're going to have all D-Day, all those subjects.
Battle of the Bulge.
Market
Garden.
Yeah, Market Garden. All these things, and of course, Eastern Front.
Stalingrad.
With Stalingrad, and I don't care how many times they do it. There's always somebody with a different look and a different way to do it, and that's the beauty of everything. And with the way, and I got to be not careful how I say this, but unfortunately in schools today, they do not teach the subjects the way they used to teach it. And these games, the thing is, and this is no insult to
what, the educational system?
No, people that play Eurogames. But how much wheat can you farm? How much corn can you collect? Okay,
you're gonna get shots for that.
Right? No. The point, more or less, the point I'm saying is a lot of these games are very meaty, but people sometimes want to go to the next level. Okay, because what you're talking about are people that are extremely intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and like to test and exercise the muscle here. Okay. And I always felt that the next step was some of these war games. Now, you could be a pacifist and like war games, because what it is just,
it's a history lesson.
It's a history lesson. Okay. You're learning things that you could teach maybe your children not to do. Okay. You can learn about people and look at a situation where they were completely surrounded and go, how did they fight out of this? Well, it was the people.
Yeah.
Okay. It was the heroes, the people that overcame insurmountable odds. I think we talked about this before.
Yeah, I mean, like in Stalingrad, what did they have to lose? Like, what did they have to lose?
Exactly.
So go for it. And they made it.
Yeah.
But
50 miles. It was 50 miles, wasn't
it? If not less.
No, it was less than that, because they were able to see the city. The Germans were that close to taking over that city. It's mind-boggling.
I get shivers. It's insane. Like, are you kidding me, man? Like, everybody tried to take over Russia. Napoleon and some other guy before him who I don't remember. And he was going to make it. Like, Hitler was going to make it, but
the winter is something else.
But Rob, like my wife, she likes to play games. Okay. I force her to play games.
Right.
But as soon as I mention a war game, there's no way. Like, I'm blurry now.
Yeah. That's how she looks at you.
Yeah. And you know what? She just doesn't want to play. She doesn't want to do it. But she plays with the different mechanics, like D-Day dice, where it's the Yahtzee mechanic.
Yeah.
That she enjoys. But if we're going to talk about strategic games, like, let's take that hill and flank to the left and flank to the right. Are you kidding me, man? So what about those people? How do you tell those people, hey, it's a history lesson in a box?
Well, people like David Thompson, okay, who have made these games where you kind of cross, you ease into it. I mean, how many of these games are out there now that ease into it? It's not like the old days where it was like, well, here's the Atlantic Wall, our latest offering.
Yeah. 7,000 counters.
7,000 counters. You work into that, because what people don't understand, a lot of times it's basically the same mechanics that you kind of learn. It's about morale. It speaks to how you can motivate your people to do things. It's not just sitting on one side in a couch going, oh, wow, if this guy goes over here. Well, they don't always listen. And you can find that with a very easy game, and that's Conflict of Heroes. Okay, with the new version of it, where they're not going to listen to you all the time. No. And how do you counteract that? And how do you get your objectives, meet your objectives, when people are getting fired at? Listen, somebody's shooting a rifle at you. You're going to hide behind a tin can if you could.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just going to get down, and it doesn't matter. Hey, you got to go forward. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't taking one for you, pal.
Yeah, I know.
And that's real life. And how do you work that into a game? Well, sure enough.
That was pretty good. I mean, Uwe did a good job. Uwe's the designer of that game. Yeah. He did a great job, because that's what they call the fog of war. You don't know what's going to happen. Like, I'm not going to charge a machine gun nest. Get out of here.
But you have entry level things with Eurofeel, like like Blitzkrieg here. Yeah, everybody's got to have this. This is a fantastic game.
Of course.
Okay, so it's just not 7,000 counters. We're going to be covering all of it. We're going to be covering the miniature aspect of it too, because as we know, I do print a lot of it. Nathaniel's got a question here, so let's take a look. And I'm going to sneeze at some point, so you could read it, Dan.
So economic games could use an influx of history, okay, adding more detail in order to bring an understanding of how people are affected by economic shifts. Nathaniel, you're talking about like, when you say economic games, are you talking about that mechanic in a war game, or you're talking about economic games, which I can't think of right now as a Euro game? But are you talking like Churchill or what's that other game?
There's quite a few of them that have well, even Axis and Allies has an economy to some degree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and not as detailed as some people can make it, and sometimes I think that detail is not needed. I mean, that's just me. I'm getting older, and I just want something a little more simple in life. I want to keep my slippers on.
And sometimes I get in the mood where I just want to fill this table full of counters.
Yeah, I know.
And then there's other times I want to keep it nice and simple. Try to keep it to an hour or two. Maybe get some tape out of it. It really depends. What I'm feeling that day. So should I repost them to YouTube? I would. Charles, and I would try to make a few more. The more you do, the better you get at it.
Yeah.
We didn't just turn a camera on and go, hey, everybody, we fumbled, we tripped, we stumbled, we messed things up.
I'm still doing it.
And then some.
And Charles, if I can say something, I watch people like Rob because I've got a lot to learn. And if I start naming other people, I'm going to forget other content creators. So I watch a lot of content creators, and I learn every time I watch Rob, somebody else. I'm always learning. Like Rob, he's got that ease of je ne sais quoi, as we say here in Quebec. That I'm just going to go ahead and do my own thing. Well, it takes a while to do your own thing. It's not natural. It becomes natural after doing it for a while. And Charles, if you do war games, if you post war games, send me an email, No Enemies Here, or check out my website. There's my email there. And
say your email. No Enemies Here
at videotron.ca.
Okay.
So
you guys heard that?
Because I don't post Euro games. Okay, it's war game news. So I gotta choose a faction.
But war games don't have to be just World War II, World War I.
No,
I mean there are future. Look at World at War 85.
Huge lock and load. Huge.
Also, some of the future stuff. When you take like if you remember the old Avalon Hill Starship Troopers, based on the book.
I have it.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's a great, oh God, that's such a great, when they start coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, that is glorious. Glorious. And, let's not forget some, like Space Corps from GMT.
Yeah.
Another great game. All these things that they take, antiquities and things like that. There's so many things that go into the wargaming realm. And people just think, you just sit there with this giant map, but
no,
there's miniatures. There's miniature games that are like chess. DBM. No, DBA, excuse me. Have you ever played DBA? It's on a 1 foot by 1 foot piece of felt, and what you do is you take 15 mil elements of antiquities, so you can actually have like the Babylonians fight the Romans, or the Romans versus the Spartans.
So this is hypothetical.
It's hypothetical.
Okay.
You're just taking your army against their army, and they have these huge tournaments, and and the system is so strategic. So it's as simple as that. It's not where you have to build these fantastic, elaborate tables like I do, but you could just have something so simple and just sit there and play this almost like a chess match. And there's so many variances that we want to expose everybody to, so you get the whole gauntlet of it. And and you do that with your fantastic show every Saturday morning.
Oh, thank you. It's such a small world. I don't know. We took a bad rap. When I say we, the war games. I don't know. Take a bad rap. I don't know why, man.
I think I think you and I had this discussion before. I think it was the crowd at that time, the old guard. Okay, they didn't want to share information. They didn't want to open up to everybody. And we could talk hours about this, but the real truth of it is, it's a different breed now. I mean, and I'm going to name some people off. You start looking at Player Aid, Alexander and Grant.
Fantastic guys.
They make it very easy.
Yeah.
Counterproductive, who's our friend Eddie. Okay, how easily he talks to people and does a fantastic job. And then for the old school guys, you got some of the most brilliant people that are actually professors that take their time and make things easy, and they give their theory on it. You look at Callendale.
Yep.
Okay, you look at Marco, the Omni Gamer now.
Omni Gamer, he changed his name.
He's still the War Gamer.
That's what I call him.
I know, he's still the War Gamer. But then, there's other people, Mo, who I'm still waiting for him to do. Hi, everybody. To fit a nut in there, because he's the only guy that I listen to that can start a sentence, finish the sentence, and I wait for it. I go, please, just mess up once, Mo.
No,
Mo. And then you got Gimpy.
Yep.
An actual war veteran who does this and has a passion for it.
Yep.
There are so many people that are so inviting and bring you in, and the people I name off, I admire greatly. They help us get to this next level where we can talk to you guys. We have a show right now on Board Game Geek. Who would have thought you'd have a wargaming show on Board Game Geek?
I never even thought about that. You're making me think about that. This is pretty awesome.
And let me just talk about Board Game Geek for a second. When you think about Board Game Geek, what a resource. You pick any game that you have there. Any game. Okay. You type it into Board Game Geek. It makes it easier for you to play it. There's people there's so many people in the forums that are fantastic. All right. That do a wonderful job and are inviting and helpful. And then on top of it, they put up player aids and videos and things, everything you need, that if you pick up this game, you're going to know from A to Z what you want to do with it. What an age. Semper Fi.
Absolutely, man. And it's funny that you said the golden age, the first golden age, we'll call it that. That for me is better. Was when I was young, 15 years old to 20 years old. But I mean, now we got 10 to 1 in terms of numbers, that the games that come out, and the subjects. You can find anything. Like, I don't know.
You want to command the sub? No problem.
Absolutely. You want to command? Yeah, for sure. There's a couple of companies that have a lot of sub games. Dan Verson's got 2 sub games. I think Compass has a Steel. I think Compass has got a huge sub game, and I think it's solitaire. That guy, Gregory Smith.
Yeah,
that guy. He hits something, man, and it's just fantastic.
He's put out a few games, and he also didn't he do the Hunters?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all these games have kind of the same mechanic, but if you're a role player, you could take the role here as part of the Luftwaffe, or you could be a sub commander.
Yep.
And you can level up and get different things to help you out through your missions. There's a role playing element even nowadays. This is just a fantastic time.
And there's a story that goes with that. So there's like a movie happening in your head, man. And I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, you become immersed.
Yeah.
And you could sit here by yourself and be immersed. One of the things that I really want to do, and I would love to have you back, because you're one of my favorites. Okay, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but you're one of my favorites. But what we want to do is start laying out some of these games and get some of the brightest people that are out there. Let's get Mo in. Let's get Nate in, and let's break a game down.
Well, if you're looking for bright people, that counts me out, man.
Why? You're not bright?
Well, I don't know what to say, man.
Come on, just take the compliments.
All right.
But I mean, take a look and give you a true review. Some of the people, they think that this is easy, but we don't go in front of the camera unless we really look at our manual. We play it a bit, and we feel comfortable enough to go, I think this is a good game, or I think this is not a good game. Okay. I think the people that we've mentioned really take the time and put their heart into it.
Absolutely.
How do you do so many games? Because it's a passion. You have to put in the work.
Yeah.
It just doesn't come to you. You have to work hard at this.
You got to pay your dues.
Yeah. And why do we do this? To make it easier for the public, to bring more of you in, to really immerse you in this fantastic hobby. I mean, this is a beautiful hobby. Oh, look at this. Oh man, you are
blush. Stop it.
You're getting the shine today, bro. You're not going to be when you go out to your girlfriend there. When you go out to your girlfriend and she tries to talk to you, you go, whoa. Don't look me in the eyes.
And no.
No.
No. Hey, Chantal, I have a show tonight with Rob Oren. And this is
glorious. Absolutely glorious. Let's see. This is at Robert in a different way of encountering history. Each game having a thesis.
Yeah.
That's the other thing though, and you talk about times where you can, you want to bring your kids into this and stuff like that. The funny thing about it is that a lot of these companies are putting a lot of history into it, making sure that they have historical documents.
Well, they better.
Yeah. And making sure that, so when you were sitting there with maybe, your 13-year-old, your 10-year-old, whoever, and you go, this really happened. Well, why, Dad? Here, read this.
Yeah.
First couple pages. It'll explain everything. And they do a fantastic job.
My son, I've been trying to get him to play war games. He's 22 right now, and I've been trying to get him to play war games forever. Just a couple of months ago, he comes over and he sees my growing collection, and he sees an old Peloponnesian war game by Mark Herman, and he goes, Dad. He goes, I didn't know you could play these old ancient games. I go, what are you talking about? Of course you can play all these old. It's all history. All the wars in history are here. It's a library. Choose whatever war, whatever era, whatever battle, whatever little skirmish you want to do. It's there. And he was flipping out, man. He couldn't believe that for whatever, that the Babylonians are fighting, like you say, the Spartans. I can't believe it, Dad. Can't believe it. It took you 20 years.
My son, He's really something special because he's like his mother. He's super, super intelligent. And we would sit there and we call him the Jarl because he had one oh god, what was it? Something Midgard. Oh god, it was a Viking game we were playing and he won. So he won the title of Jarl.
Okay.
So the name just stuck with him. And we play a ton of war games. And the problem is, and one of the things that I really enjoy about doing with him is he's very smart, picks up on it real quick, but he does this. He has that tunnel vision. And that's what a lot of kids seem to do, is have that tunnel vision. They see one way to solve a problem and they go after that one problem. But what happens when I do this, and make it impossible to do that one thing? And it makes them rethink
another scenario.
Yeah, to that they have to look at the big picture, not just the certain objective that they're trying to accomplish. Let's see. You can read a book about history. You can watch a movie about history, but with a war game, you can interact with history.
Absolutely, man.
Or you could watch Kelly's Heroes, which is still
a great movie.
Great movie.
Absolutely.
Favorite war movie? That is not Private Ryan.
Okay, you know what? I think I do have one, and it's Patton. Sorry. It's going to go on for another time. And my wife picked up. She's fantastic.
Look at her. So, she's right on. Patton is one of my favorites. Patton.
George C. Scott, man. And the way it started, that speech at the beginning. Oh, man. If I was a soldier, I'd be like, I'm going. I'm going. And absolutely.
Do you know the funny Champions of Midgard? Thank you, Nathaniel.
And what's your favorite war movie?
It was Patton.
Seriously?
It was Patton. Patton is my all-time favorite, followed by the original Midway.
Tora. No, okay, with Henry Fonda.
Henry Fonda. I thought, and Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston was like the greatest actor ever. I mean, how could you not? But the funny thing that I always heard, and you don't realize it, is that George C. Scott was so good at Patton that you actually thought he was Patton.
Mm-hmm.
But when you heard Patton, he had actually a high voice. Hey, guys.
I know. Yeah, like Goering.
Yeah. Brand the brother.
Absolutely. That
you know why I don't like it? It's because the guy from Friends is in it.
Oh no, come on, he's awesome.
I can't stand that guy. I just can't even look at him.
No, I know. He's despicable. He plays it beautifully. Come on, Rob. What are you saying, man? Come on.
I have it. Maybe I'll watch it.
Of course you have to watch it.
All right, I will.
Well, hold on. You never saw the whole series?
No. Okay. I saw he was in it, and I couldn't stand that show, Friends.
I understand. I understand. He's only in maybe the first 2 episodes and the last episode. But other than that, the awesome acting, the fighting is fierce. And I think it's, I
ended up buying it just to have in my massive
you have to watch it
collection, because I don't collect like normal movies.
Yeah.
I collect all the outside, collections of things. I mean, I have all the old Looney Tune cartoons, for crying out loud. I mean, the old Bugs Bunny. I mean, I have the old. I just collect the weirdest stuff. Let's see, the Pacific Next. I don't think I've seen that one.
The Pacific, Robert. I don't know. The Pacific Next. Oh, yeah. We were soldiers. Absolutely, but that is brutal, man. Every time it comes to Vietnam, it scares me. It's like watching The Godfather for the first time. You get this bad feeling, like
the Bridge Too Far was great. The best Vietnam movie.
Well, there's Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now was really good. I thought
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. The first half hour, everybody, of course,
That's
the first half hour. Geez.
Well, We Were Soldiers for sure.
We Were Soldiers, yeah, with Mel Gibson. That was another great one.
I mean, I'm reading what the people are writing here.
Okay.
Hamburger Hill.
Hamburger Hill was very good.
But these are brutal movies, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that. Black Hawk Down, another tough one.
Yeah.
Oh. Sand Pebbles. Sand Pebbles is an underrated movie. Sand Pebbles. Oh my God. It's I think it's like 3.5 hours long or something like that. If you get the chance to watch Sand Pebbles, phenomenal.
Is it good action?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. I promise.
Stalag 17 was another great movie. Kind of a comedy. The Prisoner of War movie, World War II.
The title says something. I don't remember if I've watched it.
Oh, you have to get that one. Another great movie. Let's see what he is. The Pacific was the sequel.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Okay. Let's see. Danny says Behind Enemy Lines.
Behind Enemy. Oh, the sniper.
Yeah.
With that actor there, the bald guy. Yeah.
This one was tough. One was tough. Platoon.
I think I'm going to watch that again soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's very tough.
Very, very tough movie to get through.
What about the one with Michael J. Fox and Madonna's fling guy there?
Sean Penn.
Yeah. What was that movie?
Jeez. Jeez. Oh God, I can't remember the name.
I've never seen that movie, but yeah. And what about the one where the guy pulls the grenade on himself and he blows his butt out, and he actually dies?
You got me on that one.
Nicolas Cage, something.
Oh,
the Navajo code there.
God, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it. Everybody's forgetting one of the probably greatest war movies, The Green Beret.
I thought you were going to say
Wayne. Huh?
Longest Day. I thought you were going to say The Longest Day.
The Longest Day too. That's another one. Both of those were like ridiculously great. And you mentioned Tora.
Mm-hmm.
The movie I haven't seen yet, and I just because the last couple of years have been so busy. Okay, I'm showing everybody here. This one is old, but 12 o'clock high.
That's Gregory Peck, right?
Yeah, Gregory Peck. This one, Dunkirk. I haven't seen that yet.
I seen it.
What'd you think?
I enjoyed it.
Is it as legendary as they say it is?
No.
No? Okay.
No, because
if you say it isn't, then I'm not going to worry about it.
Dunkirk. I've got so many other movies, like it's World War II, right? So I've got World War II in my head yet, Dunkirk, but then there's Patton, the music. Man, it's like going, it's like going to see an opera. There's even an intermezzo in the middle. Like they tell you to take a break. So take a break, go get yourself a sandwich, come back and sit down.
Yeah, no, I agree. Oh man, I mean, you go war. We're talking all World War II, Vietnam. You hit Civil War. I mean, oh God,
that's brutal.
That was brutal. You think Gettysburg was
brutal. You know what? When we think, because I'm always thinking of my daughter and my son. Who? Oh, Kabuki.
Everybody loves Kabuki.
Everybody loves Kabuki. I call her Cab because it's too long to say Kabuki. Kabuki.
Battleground with Van Johnson. Ooh, interesting.
Van Johnson. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Battleground. That's an old black and white, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think. So much for this wargaming show. No, but this all ties in. I mean, it all ties in because all these things come together, and then you go get one of these and put it on the table, and think of how the movie reacted and how those people, and immerse yourself in it. Become they're not chits. These were actually people.
Yeah, I know.
It's just cardboard and plastic. No. It's a story about the human element.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
And do you send those men? Who are you going to send to the front lines?
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing a tactical game, you start getting attached to your chits, your soldiers. So who do you send? You don't want to go because you're the commander. If you go, what are they going to do? So you have to send somebody. And there he goes. Away parlo.
And then you think about emotionally how, okay, I'm sending these guys probably aren't going to come back, but I need them to do this, and yet they go anyways. I mean, what does that say? What does that say about your beliefs in what you're doing? Okay, the human condition. A lot of these games really focus on the human condition, and I always believed that if you are a Euro game player and you love high strategy, your next move, and I've seen it where people have made that transition. Like I said, you live in such a fantastic age. I mean, this is fantastic. I mean, we have a show, like I said, on Board Game Geek right now.
That's awesome.
I mean, a wargaming show.
Yeah.
For a channel that is basically mostly for Euro gamers and things like that. I mean, amazing.
And the thing about Eurogamers, it's not like, you make the transition to play war games, but I play Euro games. Rob, you play Euro games?
Yeah.
What a war game does, first of all, is you'll play. Well, for me, okay, is you'll play the game, and after the game, there's discussions. It just happens naturally. You talk about what happened, and then you talk about history, and then we go off talking about movies and how it happened compared to the real history. I mean,
kind of like this show.
Yeah, exactly. It's no, really. I mean,
no. I agree with you. Have you guys tried Heroes of Stalingrad? Yes.
No. It's one of my friends has it. It's the Hollywood one. I hear it's really good. Heroes of Stalin. Yeah, that's the Hero series. Is that right, Henry?
Heroes of Normandy, Heroes of Stalingrad, from L&L, Lock and Load.
Oh,
you have to have it.
No, it's Heroes of Normandy, Heroes of Stalingrad. No, Henrik, you're gonna have to elaborate on that. Are you talking about the cartoony game?
Oh, yeah. I think that's what he's talking about. I think I got it. No, that would be Shadows. There's Shadows of Normandy. There's Heroes of Normandy. But there's also Heroes of Normandy from Lock and Load.
Yeah, Lock and Load. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I thought they had a Stalingrad too.
Well, they do have a Stalingrad, but they don't call it Heroes of Stalingrad. They call it Heroes of the Motherland.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's
Oh, it's huge.
Their whole system is ridiculous.
It's not difficult.
No, it sinks you right in. 30 Seconds Over Tokyo with Van Johnson. Another good one.
I've never seen it.
Dirty Dozen. Come on. How many cried when?
I know, but I love that movie.
I love that movie. Oh man, that's so good. So good. Hey, Robert, Nathaniel. Oh, okay. That's Kabuki saying hi to Paths of Glory.
Yeah, I just recently.
Oh, so good. Just so good. So good.
The atrocities.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Something everyone should check out for battle scenes is the Admiral from South Korea. Huh.
Is that is that a remake of Nathaniel? Is that a remake of a Korean movie called Taegukgi?
Well, I guess it is because the bell's got it. There you go.
I love my wife.
Let's see. We need a crowbar movie. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's a point to offer.
You know, speaking of which, and no, we're not dating. Herman Lutman, which one day you will pay for that, by the way.
Rob.
No, you will pay. You'll get stretched. You're 5'4" now. You'll be 5'6" when I'm done with you.
I don't like the air up there. I don't like the air up there.
Oh, you better get used to it. But anyways, Crowbar is such a fantastic entry. How brilliant is it to have a push your luck game like that, but still have that war game feel to it? Okay, and just amazing what comes out of that man's mind. Amazing what comes out of that man's mind.
I love Herman. I love Herman.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm.
He's going to be on your show soon, isn't he?
Well, he's yes. As long as we can coordinate what's going on, and yeah, he's going to be on my show with Fred Manzo.
Wow.
Yeah, I call those guys the dream team because, first of all, the games that they make are fun. It's fun, and they make interesting subjects. I mean, he's got a new game with Fred coming out that's supposed to be coming out on GMT, but I was sworn to secrecy upon death if I said anything, so I can't say it.
Okay. Yeah, I think he mentioned something. I can't say anything. So, well, it's you and I. You know what I mean? He likes us for some reason. Hold on. Let's see. Yes, the cartoony one. Okay. And we stand on the Soldier of Giants.
I don't know that one, Robert.
I don't know that one either. Let's go on here. Yeah, the one in their hero system, Heroes of Normie, it has a new multiplayer game mode.
Well, I didn't. Okay. Is it solo? I didn't know it was solo. Or it's got a new.
It's a new multiplayer mode.
Okay.
I used to watch it with my father. Okay. I'll tell you, I love this new program. It was worth paying twice of what you paid.
I would check up on that, Rob.
I definitely got to check it out.
I think they saw it.
The funniest part in Dirty Dozens was that they didn't consider the fact that going undercover with a black soldier might be a problem until they were there.
I never thought about that. Because you're a black soldier in Germany, I think you're going to stand out.
Yeah. Zulu. Oh, God, what a great movie.
I never saw it. Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. You know what? Another great movie. It was an Australian movie, Breaker Morant. Oh God, check that out. They just got set up. It is one of the best movies you will ever see. Breaker Morant was a fantastic movie. Trust me on it. Yeah. Trust me on it. You will see it and you will come back and you will thank me.
Oh, Kabuki just blasted one.
Oh, did she? Hold on. Let me just get down the line here. Don't know if it's a remake. It's set in the 16th Korea. No.
Yeah, no, the one, the Taigugi is set in the Korean War, and it's brutal. Brutal.
Yep. Let's see. Quit teasing us, you two. Oh, that's what we do. Lawrence of Arabia, Bridge on the River Kwai. God,
I never saw it.
Oh, that's like required. You can't. They're going to take your channel away.
I know.
That's what we do, Downriver Rick. That's what we do, my brother. Could you post a link to the trailer for the Admiral Roaring Currents at Kabuki? Okay. The Great Escape, another great movie with Steve McQueen. Man, when he was riding that bike, he was just always so we We stand on the soldiers of giants. It's a quote for the people who paid the ultimate price and gave all their tomorrows for all our todays.
You know, and that's I try to teach my children that like
Mhm.
we're here, and I mean, especially in North America, we have no idea what how the people are suffering in Syria, or how the people are suffering in Afghanistan. I mean, both sides, and
Mhm.
they don't know that. So that quote there, they gave all their tomorrows for all our todays. That's so heavy. That's so heavy.
You know, I saw there's this new guy out there. His name is Zorro. Okay. And he does these inspirational videos. And I'm a big person that I get motivated by inspirational videos, because all I ever tried to do is be inspirational. You know, you look at it, I've said this, I think I said this the other day, but I'm going to say it to you, Dan, because I don't think you heard it. With all the channels out there, there's a lot of good channels. And with the billions of them out there and popping up every day, there's some great ones too. I don't want to be good. I don't want to be great. I want to be memorable.
Yeah, good.
And
like
and that's what we've always tried to do here, is be inspirational, memorable, helpful, kind, have a safe place for all people. And that's even here at War and Pieces on BGG, have a safe place where people can go and forget about their day and not have to deal with drama or fakeness or, all the other stuff. Be real, be raw, be open, because there's so many people that are fake. If you do that, you can change somebody's day. And when you think, but anyways, getting back to this Zorro thing, this is what this guy does. He puts out these videos, and everybody should check it out. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. He had this one video, and it was about videos that are going to make people smile. And this father was with his daughter in Syria, and the bombs were going off, and he made it a game.
Oh my God.
Okay. And she's only like 3, and you hear the bomb in the background, and you go, whoa. And she just start laughing. And you think about that, and you think about that moment. Okay. That a father, during this unbelievable, horrible, catastrophic event, is trying to make his daughter feel safe.
Rob, this is for real?
Yeah, no, this is for real. Check it out. It's really, it's moving. And the point I'm trying to make is that, you were talking about catastrophic things and trying to understand what people go through. And here's a guy, soldiers on the shoulder of giants. Here's a guy who's just a father. He's not a soldier. He's not anything else. He's just a father.
He's a hero.
And a hero in his own way, just keeping his daughter happy. Whatever happens, they're going to be happy.
Man, the strength that man has.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Yes. See, if Kabuki says you got to see Breaker Moran, you have to go see it.
I'm going to see it for sure.
Trust me. Nathaniel. For Nathaniel. Okay, that's for Nathaniel. Let me see if there's anything else we could pick out here. It's 7:03. I usually like to keep this to, I almost bought 878 Vikings on Sunday. Great game. Anything from that line. That whole line is tremendous. Another entry-level type of war game. Okay? That's a war game. It's a great one, too. The Birth of America series, what a tremendous series. This is what we're going to do here. And we're going to have great people like Dan to come and help us each and every week. Well, every other week. This is going to be moved to Wednesdays. So I'll be painting on Wednesdays twice a month and doing War and Pieces the other 2 weeks. So we'll have a little break in between things. My wrist, I'm starting to get arthritis from painting so much. But honestly, I really want this to be something special. And Dan, I can't thank you enough for being our very first guest.
Rob, thank you so much for having me. I mean, really, man, come on.
You are a legend, my friend. And just keep doing what you're doing. Listen, everybody that sees this, I'm telling you right now, go to No Enemies Here. You will not be disappointed. You will see some of the brightest minds in gaming there as he features them and just shows you all the different games, all the different people that you can watch here on YouTube. It's a fantastic time. This is going to be a great show because we are going to show you so much. Just stick with us and you'll see where we're going. We're going to have great people like Dan. Hey, Dan, may even have you back next time. Who knows? We'll bring a couple people in. But definitely hang on the line. Hey, as always, I just want to say I love you all. And please just be good to each other, be kind to each other, because not only is it going to make you feel good, it's going to make somebody else feel good. Until next time, for Dan and No Enemies Here, go there, hit that subscribe button till it hurts. It's your old pal Rob. And for all the wonderful people here at Board Game Geek, we shall see you soon.